Hey everyone, it is the dude, yes, the all legendary priest deck. Just went ahead and uploaded the first video. It took me about 10 matches to find a decent match that I wanted to show you guys. Most of the other matches were really lopsided. I did lose one match, which was very close, and probably would have won it had I not misplayed 2 or 3 times. Not used to playing this deck. It's very fresh to me, very new. But I wanted to at least explain it to you and kind of show you why the cards are in here and what cards are in here and kind of how I got to have this deck. So Chameleos was pretty sick though, so we'll just look at that for a second. Pretty darn good. So I got this deck from a friend of mine about 4 months ago. It's literally been sitting in the background. I haven't played it at all until yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which. I believe it was yesterday, but it could be 2 days now. Um, and like I said, I've played it about 10 times and finally had a decent opponent tonight that I was able to post the video. So hopefully you guys liked that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Um, so yeah, I got this deck from a friend. He's no longer a friend on Hearthstone, so I'm not quite sure where he went. I don't know if he just left the game or what, but certainly if this is your deck, the name was 64,000 as far as the number goes, and then there were a bunch of letters behind it. Appeared to be Asian, I believe, so I couldn't understand what the word meant or what the letters meant. But that is where I got the deck. And if this happens to be your deck, hey, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give you credit. However, that being said, I did switch out about 6 or 7 cards. That seemed to work a little better for me. It still needs a ton of tweaking, so don't get me wrong. And potentially I could have pulled the 1 or 2 cards out that I maybe should have left in, as I don't play the Priest. As I said in my last video, I haven't played Priest in about 6 years. I hate the Priest, can't stand it. But the last time I played Priest was back in the day of Big Priest, so that kind of might date how long it has been since I played Priest. And I didn't play your standard Big Priest that everybody else was playing. I played some total gimmick, wonky style of Big Priest back in the day. So that being said, yeah, pretty much that's why you don't see a bunch of these cards golden or diamond or signature, is because I haven't invested zero money in the Priest. Anything that I have in here from the Priest that is shiny and golden is either very old, or I got by chance in opening packs. Um, but we do have some pretty good cards in here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the list here in a second. I was trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you about this list. Um, Not really, I guess. It's just an all legendary deck, similar to my other ones. I have been wanting to go back and play the Priest, as I think the Priest is a good candidate for an all legendary deck. I don't think all of the heroes are good candidates for all legendary decks. Um, Especially like Death Knight and Demon Hunter, I don't think are good candidates for all legendaries. But please, in the comments below, let me know if you think another hero is worthy. Shaman, Rogue, these are other ones that I have not built all legendary decks around. Back in the day, I did used to have an all legendary deck for every class, but geez, that was at least 4 to 5 years ago. So those decks are long gone, and I've erased them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. So we have Chameleos in here. Each turn this is in your hand. Transform it into a card your opponent is holding. So basically Chameleos is a spy for you. In the last video you saw me literally looking at almost every card the opponent had in his hand. So the spy factor with Chameleos is just huge. And I did the cardinal sin in the last video, where I did actually play a card from my opponent's deck that Chameleos was showing me. And that's the cardinal rule. Never do that. Never do that. Keep spying, keep spying, keep spying, no matter how good that card looks. Well, I just couldn't pass it up. And I think after I did it, I even said, geez, there probably was a better way to do it, where I could have left Chameleos in the hand to keep spying. At that point, I think the match was probably gone already. I think I'd already won, but who knows? Who knows? Also, let me know in the comments below how my mic is doing. I got a new headset here, so always like to get a little feedback on that, make sure everything is sounding good. We have Sir Finley in here. That was from the person that created the deck. I haven't had to use it yet. It might need to be tossed out, but I'm going to leave it for now. Astalor, pretty much staple in all of my legendary decks. This one's new to me. Serena Bloodfeather. Choose an enemy minion, steal attack and health from it until this one has more. I've played this a couple of times in the 10 times that I played the deck, so to speak. Zephyrus is here, very staple for legendary decks. Same with Brawn, same with a Dream Planner Zephyrus. Madame Lazul is here. That whole thief priest thing, discover a copy of a card in your opponent's hand. If you brawn, you can do two, so there's that. Elucia is here, replace your hand with a copy of your opponent's until the end of the turn. So basically with Elucia, you're trying to grab his deck, so you're going to want to play Elucia late, where you can then play some of the key cards in your opponent's hand, so that he can't play, um, his signature plays that he's looking to play. Photographer Fizzle's here. That was in the deck when the guy gave it to me before. I believe it's a guy. And then they nerfed Fizzle, but Fizzle's still good enough to sit in here. Prince Renathal's pretty staple. Zola is pure greed, but still here. Who's in the band? We have Mita, Pure Light, which is what I've been playing. I believe I played that last game, but not 100% sure. Moga the Ogre's just here to have fun and be funny, basically. I did play him in one of the 10 matches, and Moger didn't do anything. Not once. And at least 7 or 8 interactions happened, and Moger just sat there. So I don't know if Moger's broken, or if literally the statistics were just thrown out the window, and Moger did nothing for six or 7 actions there. Archbishop Benedictus, if you're facing a really good opponent, this is definitely worthy, and more than likely this is what you're going to play every time. But if for some reason you don't kind of like what the opponent is playing, you don't think it's that good, you don't want to mix his cards with your cards and be stuck with some of the stuff that he has, thinking it's not quite as good as yours, well, then you probably wouldn't choose this. But I would think that it's going to be one of these two. And certainly let me know in the comments below if you think something else should be an ETC. I would love to hear it, as I do not think this deck is nearly optimized at all. Kazakus is here. The other thing that I've found in the 10 games that I play, almost every time my hand is full. So, in almost every game, I end up throwing away the top card at least once, twice, it seems like, per match almost. So, I don't like that at all. So, I need to find a way to where I'm going to lose some of the higher cost cards and grab some smalls that I can play a little faster. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Again, this is a brand new deck to me. I don't play Priest anymore, so I'm still trying to work through everything. Sooth Fancy seems to be very good. I got to play it, I think, the last match that I showed you. If not, it was a couple matches back. It seems to be pretty good. I like it. Again, usually my hand is full, so Sooth Fancy is kind of sketchy in that I'm going to get 2 cards. But I do like to see what's coming on the top deck, right after it. So it's a really good card. It's a really good card. It's almost like Chameleos in reverse, kind of. The Nameless one is here. Choose a minion, become a 4/4 copy of it, then silence it. I do love the silence factor there. Barista Lynching is very hard, especially with a hand that's almost full. So I didn't think this card would work at all. Of the 10 matches, I used it once. And when I did use it, I was able to copy Astalar Bloodsworn. So I get it. I understand. Maybe I can play this late game, with some other stuff. I'm not quite sure where it fits in. Normally, I like to play Barista early. So I'm still trying to work out if this card needs to stay or go. Dark Bishop Benedictus is here. It's going to enter Shadow form right out of the gate. We don't have to play the card to get into Shadow form, so I like that. Like I said in the video, I can do 2 damage early on, which really helps kind of clear the board, take care of any small stuff. So hopefully the opponent doesn't go too wide on me by the time I can really start playing some cards. So that's what I do like about. We lose our heal button. But I do like the 2 damage. It's pretty powerful. Emperor Thorsan is here to, of course, make our cards less expensive. Raza the Chained is very old school. If your deck has no dupes, your hero power costs 0. So pretty much you're going to play that as soon as you can get it. Raza the Resealed. Here's that whole machine gun priest from way back in the day. For the rest of the game, your hero power refreshes whenever you play a card. The deck is certainly not built around this card, but I do enjoy it. I've played it a few times, and it is fun to keep just hammering on the opponent. I'm not sure if this is pronounced Raden or Raiden. Not quite sure. Let me know in the comments below. This card seems to be pretty good. I'm not sold on it 100%, but I like it. I think I need to learn how to play it a little better, to be honest with you. Usually I'm playing it, I think, a little bit too early, and maybe I should wait a little bit longer. Reno is here just because, of course, it's Reno. Sister Svalana. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. Permanent Add a Vision of Darkness to your hand. Again, usually your hand is pretty full by 6, but it's a great card. If you can make some room for it. We're going to leave it for now. Sylvanas the Accused is here. Destroy an enemy minion, which is always nice, but if we can infuse, we're going to take control. Everybody wants to infuse, take control of a minion. It really irks the opponent if you're able to do that. This is our Titan, Amon Thul. Most people choose Strike from History as the first blow that you're going to use with this card. Choose 2 enemy minions and remove them from the game. I would say the second thing I would do is the Vision of Heroes. Summon a random 6-cost minion, give it Taunt and Lifesteal. That's pretty good. And then, of course, Shape the Stars. Choose a non-Titan minion, summon a copy of it with 2/2. They're all 3 amazing cards. I think this is probably the best Titan of all Titans. Blackwater Behemoth is here. I stuck this in the deck. It's one of the cards I swapped. I'm kind of on the fence with it. I don't know that it's that good of a card. I don't know that it's worthy. I do like the Lifesteal, however, it's been hit and miss. I've played it a few times. A couple times it's been good, a couple times not so good. So we'll see if that card sticks around. I kind of like this card, actually, a decent amount. I was able to play this with Brawn one time, and I was at like turn 9. So I got to inspire and summon a bunch of random legendaries, so that was fun. Usually, like I say, turn 9 is where I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this out, inspire, and grab 2 legendaries at that time. What else do we have? We have Galakrond. I have yet to play this card. Not quite sure that this belongs here. This was in the deck originally. I've left it in there. I haven't played with it yet. So, yeah, not quite sure if that one's going to stick around. Thief of Time is a great card. Discover a dragon, deal damage equal to its cost, but you have to watch out because it's to all other minions. Soul Mirror is here. We get this one. Summon copies of enemy minions. They attack their copies. I was able to play this in a couple of matches, and it really worked out well. We have Elise Badlands Savior. If your deck started with no dupes, summon 5/5 copies of 4 random minions in your deck. I liked this card. Unfortunately, I played it a couple times with Mage, and he just clears the board with his 7 mana spell. Does 5 damage across the board. It's kind of to be expected when you play against a Mage. Not really a big deal. Just kind of work through it. It's fine. At least it removes that from the opponent's pool of what he can play. We have Kazakhstan. Battlecry, if you've played 4 other dragons this game, craft a custom deck of treasures. I believe I've been able to craft 1 custom deck of treasures, and it was darn good. Okay, I'm kind of hooked on the custom deck of treasures, okay? Pretty darn good. I have never played the custom deck of treasures, and evidently I'm missing the boat. I was only able to make this work 1 time. I don't know if I said 2. It only worked 1 time for me. It's the only time I've been able to play it. But it was pretty darn powerful. Murazond, the Infinite, I don't know how to pronounce that first word. Play all cards your opponent played last turn. Pretty good. Natalie Celine, basically destroy a minion and gain its health. So some of those minions across the board that have huge health, big minion, you just want to just hammer it and destroy it. We have Shadow Reaper Anduin in here. I stuck this in. I know Zorilla is in here, and basically these guys do the same thing. They change your hero power. It's not a minion. It's not a spell. It changes your hero power. So, like I said, originally the person that gave me the deck had this in here. I chose this for the destroy all minions with 5 or more attack. I don't know how they're both going to work together. I have been using them both. There's been a couple of matches where I did switch between them. So, right now I'm okay with having 2 in the deck. We'll see if that lasts. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza is here, pretty staple. Not a whole lot you can say here, except that usually your hand is full. You might only get 1 other random dragon. Raid Boss Onyxia is just a great removal tool. And then Renal Lone Ranger is the ultimate removal tool. Let's go ahead and hop into a match. And did you see that hero from the last video? Did you see him? Diamond. So beautiful. I love this. I can't believe that's the only bad part about sitting on Priest for 6 years. I do have some cool heroes. You know, some skins that look so hot. This one's just amazing, and I like the emotes. And when it's in shadow form, it looks awesome. Let's go ahead and hop into a match. Thanks for hanging out. Glad you got to see the deck and listen to my spiel about it. Please let me know 2 things. Misplays as always, when and where, and what cards you would remove from this Priest deck, and what cards you might put in. I really appreciate the feedback, as I don't play much Priest. Doesn't seem to be too hard to play, too hard to pilot. It's pretty basic. Certainly in the first couple of matches I made some horrific errors. But I won't do those again, hopefully. I mean, they weren't that bad, but they certainly weren't good. They certainly weren't going to, even though I won the match, they certainly were painful to watch. But yeah, I hope you guys are digging the videos along the way. I got my new headset. And hopefully the mic is nice and crisp and clear. And we'll go ahead and hop into a match here. Let's see who we're facing today. This evening, I should say. We get no coin, no love for the coin, and we're playing against... I don't know. Izats? Lazats? I don't know. It's just a rogue. That's all I know. Tempted to kick the 5, but there's, like I said before, maybe I didn't say it this video, but there's not a lot of smalls here. I think I told you because of the hero button. Does help us, but yeah, there's not a lot of smalls. The deck is extremely heavy. It's just kind of my style. But let's see how we do versus the rogue. I'm sure it's going to be some like one-turn kill or some nasty rogue. Rogue can just be so vicious, so crazy. So we'll see. Maybe this will be a good test. I don't know if I faced the rogue so far. I faced a lot of different stuff, but I've been facing a lot of mage. I don't know what's going on. A lot of mage, a lot of secrets, warlock, a lot of warrior. That's probably the bulk of it, really. And definitely with this being a new deck to me, or actually a new deck that I'm actually playing, you know, in the rotation now.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
It seems like Hearthstone can't figure out who to pair me with.
Job's done.
I'm either getting paired with some really good players, which there's only been about 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Time has come.
And then the rest have been, unfortunately, newer players, so I feel kind of bad when I play them. But it is what it is. I'm sure it's going to catch up with me, right? The more I play this, the more it's going to catch up with me. So if I don't stop talking, I will misplay here. Probably should have held that card. Again, these are things where I'm new to kind of priest and the shenanigans. I think it's better to probably hold that card until maybe like turn 5 or 6 where you can really take away from the opponent's big card. But let me know in the comments. Again, I'll have many questions along the way here. Next turn, probably Emperor Thorsan. Try to shrink this, shrink these minions and spells. It does shrink the spells too, right? That's what I'm thinking right now. It's kind of late for me, actually. I'm going to bed at a fairly decent hour lately. Yeah, all cards. Okay, great. I thought it was all cards, but for a second there, I wasn't sure. I've been drinking a ton of water. Literally, I feel like a camel. Just filling up. What? Okay, who did he get a copy of? Who did I let him get a copy of? Emperor. Oh, okay. I guess I'd rather him have Emperor than Deep Miner. Or, excuse me, Deep Planner. Turn 6. Okay, back to the focus at hand. Let's just go with the 5. I didn't see anything else there I wanted to play. That was turn 6. Yeah, there was nothing else that worked for me there. Turn 7. It's going to really be dependent on what he plays, but that could be good if he plays a ton of cards, which I don't see happening. This can be good to probably kill something. This can be good to really go wide on him if we want. I don't know. I guess he's got Banish, right? He could do that to me, which wouldn't be good. Would not be good. So let's just go out with 7 here. If we go with the 7, though, I can't click the button. And I think I want to click the button here. Also could have been a misplay here. I could have played this instead of using the hero power. Let's see if that makes a difference here as I'm scanning the cards. I don't think so. I can also go here and here if I really want to be greedy. Normally I save that for Reno, but I think in this case, this is coming back with me. I don't know how many cards I have. I'm gonna guess 9. 8. Great. Like I said, normally I'm full, so I'd love to see 8 and be able to do what I just did. So that's great. I think this match is a little lopsided unless he comes out here real guns a-blazing. Nah, that's a good card. That's definitely your typical priest. Oh, you were Pogo the whole time. Alright, Pogo boy. I get it. Pogo Rogue. So kind of old school, but still worthy. This thing's a great card. I played the heck out of this card. I haven't played Rogue in a long time either. I'm just so set in my ways. All the decks that you see me playing are pretty much the decks that I just play almost all the time. I'm so stuck in my ways. That's why I'm really happy to play this, even though it's similar in that it's an all legend deck. Do I have any way to kill him here? Oh, I do. I didn't see. Oh, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did I think that was something different? Don't grab that guy. That's not the win. This is the win. Yeah. Well, you can see there, it was definitely an uneven match. I'm going to post the video just because I explained the deck, and that was really the reason for the video here. So I will post it, but yeah, unfortunately, the match wasn't that good. I'll keep trying to post some good stuff. Again, work with me here. I've never asked for more comments in my life. Yeah, let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate it. Let me know if you think it's got potential. Geez, let me know if you see some cards in the expansion that are coming up that you'd put in here. I don't know. I haven't really even looked at the cards of the expansion yet. I usually don't even focus on the expansion until the expansion drops. I'm not a guy that runs around and, you know, tries to make decks before the thing even comes out. That's just not my style. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Good luck out there as always. We'll see you next time.